Well, sometimes it's success if you're doing something you enjoy. Like Austin and I were recently discussing this, like what metrics equals success to you. And I think I'd asked both of you that when we were riding wherever it was the other day to Jude's thing about, what would be required for you to feel like, oh, I'm successful now. And I'll let y'all speak to that real quick, and then I got another question. So what to you right now where you're at would equal, oh, we're successful?
Well, for the band or just individually?
Band.
Well,
and I guess it technically ties into individually.
I would say that if we got to a point where we could play music for a living and for what we both make now, that would be a form of success for me. But really just maintaining the freedom to be able to do it, I think I would also consider success, because it's there's nothing more fun than performing for people. So if I could always maintain the ability and the liberty of being able to go and play gigs and play shows, I think I would consider that success in the long run.
Yeah. I find success, I get pretty excited about small things. So pretty much anything's like, if somebody was asking about us or like saying they listen to our songs or like was singing along with us on songs that we've written, like when I wrote Kathleen, like a lot of my friends really enjoy Kathleen and will sing that along with me, when I'm singing it. And I find that in itself a way of success too,
Yeah, like our friend sent us a screenshot of his Spotify most played, and Wonder Girl was the number one. And we both kind of got giddy about that.
Yeah,
like
it's those things too that make you want to do it even harder. Like you just want to go out and write the next song that they're gonna enjoy. It's addicting, really.
So we've already written half an album since we've finished the album that's about to release.
Does it sound similar to the one that's?
I would say it's even more marketable than the one.
Well, because one thing that I found interesting on the one that you guys have recorded and we were involved with was, to me, there was almost like an 80s feel to it. It had especially even Wonder Girl at the beginning, the whatever that is.
The pad there, the little
whatever it is. It's got like
stuff.
an 80s feel to it.
Yeah.
Was that intentional or?
Well, one of the tunes we almost completely, I wrote the song and the words and everything, but the whole vibe, we were like, we want it to sound like this Journey song, and so we completely stole the vibe. But all of that that MIDI stuff and that stuff in the background that you hear that sounds kind of like a tuned well noise, that's kind of in right now, and that is one of the more fun things about the band Camino's music, and the bands like 1975 and Wildlife, that they have this very ambient sound while keeping that upbeat rhythm. So the little stuff at the beginning and stuff that's just what's in, but everything comes back around, so it is very 80s. Yeah.
Well, for me, when we were writing all that music, some of my biggest inspirations or memories of music growing up was riding in the car with my dad, listening to Billy Joel or Journey or Queen or bands like that might have those big power ballads or those slow songs with the MIDI synth. And so we wrote the whole album pretty much over spring break, last spring break, I guess. Yeah. So what was that, March?
It was
this year.
It was March. I think we wanted to. It was December when we decided to start writing an album, and we recorded in February. So between 2 months' time, we wrote eight songs.
And we wrote the whole thing on 2 guitars, sitting on a futon in our dorm room. But the whole time we were doing that with 2 guitars, we were thinking, oh, okay, Wonder Girl, we got
and this instrument will do this.
This is gonna do this, and then in the back of that, you're gonna have a little bit of
And we just kept on writing this stuff down, remembering what we wanted. Took it to our friends who helped produce the album, and it became what it was, which I was very happy with, very pleased with.
Yeah.